Hey, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. I've got Lou Barber here from
Nice to see you again.
Nuova Simonelli, right? That's
Yes,
a proper way to say it?
Nuova Simonelli.
And what did you bring us here today?
I brought you the second generation of Oscars. It's a new version of the old standard Oscar machine. And I say old, I mean in the sense that design-wise and a couple of the features were definitely an improvement on this machine.
And you know what's really interesting is I had a question this morning from one of our viewers who said, you know, I want the next step up from like a Rancilio Silvia, right? Which is a single boiler machine. And you know, I was thinking about it, and this is really that perfect step up from that, where you go to a heat exchange machine, right? Because you're no longer wait. You can brew and steam at the same time.
Correct.
You can, as a heat exchanger, you can surf the temperatures a little bit with some flushes if you want to get into that.
Correct. Yes, this is a 1200 watt machine with a 2.5 liter boiler, also an equally large heat exchanger to give you good temperature stability. And it is definitely
it is thermosiphon into the. And it's not E61, but it does have a thermosiphon.
No, but it has a thermosiphon as we saw before.
Right.
So it is a good, stable platform for this level of machine.
And there's one other area where this might be a really good choice. But I want to talk a little bit more about that home user first.
Right.
And because usually the jump up to a heat exchange machine is, you're getting up in that 2,000-ish range to get into that, but really attractive price point really to get into a heat exchange with the Oscar II here.
Yeah, your customers will look at this machine and see the pricing, and it is a very approachable price for the product that you're looking for, shopping for.
So I can't say with complete confidence you're going to get twice as good espresso out of this as you might out of a Silvia, because if you're a skilled Silvia user, you can do really well with it.
Of course, yes.
But I can tell you you're going to make it twice as fast because you're going to brew and steam at the same time.
Sure, definitely. You're getting out of that habit of having to change over systems in order to complete a drink, a cappuccino or a latte.
Heating up for steam,
cooling down, and waiting while your espresso is getting stale.
Right.
It's just a naturally progressive way to go and make those drinks.
Right. So now the other place, and we said we'd get to this, this might be appropriate for light commercial applications, right?
For sure.
Now you can go with the fresh ground, but you can also use like the point type capsules
exactly.
for that, right?
With the right adapters that we offer, and of course we can be offered to the customers, we are able to get you to be able to use your points. And of course also, as we mentioned before, is ESC pods as well. It's just a question of changing the adapters to accommodate those different mediums, right?
And really in a commercial setting, now some home users, higher end home users probably aren't really going to be interested in that, but in a commercial setting, to have the consistency, you don't have to train people using them so much. It's pretty much stick it in and go, and it's you don't have to have a grinder either, right?
Correct.
So it makes it very easy to implement in a commercial setting if you want espresso and lattes and cappuccinos and that kind of thing.
True. And also with the new generation, you do have a programmable portion control or volume control of the coffee. So again, when you're in the commercial setting, you can have complete consistency when you're even using the capsules or the pods.
Right, and that's tough to get unless you have really highly trained people in that commercial setting.
For sure. Sure.
So, and then also just to talk a little bit more, again, brew and steam at the same time, because it's a heat exchanger. It does have a lot of steam power. We'll show this. And I like the 4-hole tip, which is going to do a really nice job when you're frothing.
Nuova Simonelli has been a good partner or a good company when it comes to creating nice, healthy boiler steam, so that you can steam your milk a lot more easily than you did.
What's a boiler size?
This is a 2.5 liter boiler.
2.5 liter boiler.
Right, with a...
it's a horizontal mount, so you got
it's a horizontal mount, so you've got plenty of steam that will store inside that boiler. Copper, and all insulated, so it's going to be very efficient heat-wise.
All right, so if you're looking for that step up from a single boiler machine that's not going to like break the bank, right? The Oscar II the improved version of the Oscar, which has been around for a really long time. This is a really good option you might want to take a look at, and also for those commercial applications to get into. So,
Very
Lou,
much.
thank you so much for visiting. And
It's good to see you again.
we hope to see you back here soon. And
Thank you.
thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Hey, why not subscribe now for easy free access to more videos on everything coffee, brought to you by WholeLatteLove.com.